This is the Stock Track project presented you by Amandeep Sangha and Erica Torres.
Our philosophy in this project was mostly conservative investing. We chose to take this route after our first two risky investments that caused us a great loss. Our strategy was to invest in stocks with a beta lower than 1, which meant that the investment was less risky.
Our goal for this project was to beat the market by yielding a higher return of our portfolio with a beta of 1. We had no previous knowledge of the investing world. StockTrack was a new experience and exposed us to the stock market and tactics to invest and have a portfolio outcome.
When investing, we took a look at the beta. As a conservative group, we took a look at the betas for lower than 1. We also took a look at the PE ratio, which is the company's current share price compared to its per share earnings. We also took a look at EPS, which stands for earnings per share, and also the estimated return and risk.
So these were the 12 companies we invested in.
Tokai Pharmaceuticals was our first stock we bought, shares of 500, purchased at a price of $25.81. The beta was not given, weight was 60.04%, selling price was $16.52, and there was a loss of 4,645. This was definitely our first risky investment.
We invested in Hong Kong High Power Technology and we bought 1150 shares purchased at a price of $7.47. The beta was 2.12, weight was 39.96 and the selling price was $6.60 and there was a loss of $966. This was our last risky investment and we decided to take conservative road. We bought 10 shares of Bank of America Corporation, purchased at a price of $17.01. The beta was 1.59, weight was 1.13%, and the selling price was $17, and there was a loss of 60 cents.
Our next stock was Dresser Rand Group Inc. We bought 100 shares purchased at a price of $81.97. The beta was 0.5, weight was 53.94%. Then we saw that we were making money, so we purchased 150 additional shares at a price of $82.48, and we sold them together for a price of $82.20 with a profit of $19. The next stock we invested in was Sigma Aldrich Corporation. We bought 50 shares, purchased at a price of 136. The beta was 0.43, weight was 44.93%, selling price was 135, and there was a loss of $32. Then we decided to buy 20 more shares at a price of $135. The beta stayed constant and the weight was 21.14%, and the selling price was 134 with a loss of $28. We decided to purchase additional shares because we were at a profit and felt confident that we could double our profit, but it wasn't the case and we lost $28.
Next, we bought 25 shares of eBay Inc., purchased at a price of $55.69. The beta was 0.81, weight was 100%, and the selling price was $54. And there was a loss of $32. We sold it too late, that's why we lost $32.
Our second stock was CareFusion Corporation. We bought 50 shares, purchased at a price of $57. The beta was 1.11, weight was 22%, selling price was $56, and there was a loss of $12. It was at limbo, making profit one day and losing another.
Next, we invested in HCA Holdings Inc. We bought shares of 50, purchased at a price of $17. The beta was 1.37, weight was 27.73, and the selling price was $17. And there was a loss of $33. We should have looked at the beta because it is slightly higher than 1. We invested in Southern Company. We bought shares of 50, purchased at a price of $44. The beta was 0.26, weight was 17.18%, selling price was 47.09, and there was a profit of 145.
Our next investment was Easton Vance Massachusetts Municipal Bond Fund. We bought 55 shares, purchased at a price of $15.14. The beta was zero point 0.5, weight was 5.89%, selling price was $14.80, and there was a loss of $17. Our next investment was BlackRock Municipal Income Trust II. We bought 50 shares, purchased at a price of $15.60. The beta was negative 0.26, weight was 5.89%, selling price was $15.53, and there was a profit of $19. Our next investment was Apple Inc. We bought 200 shares, purchased at a price of $102.24. The beta was 1.26, weight was 100%, selling price was 107.25, and there was a profit of $3,002. This was our last investment, and we were very proud of ourselves, finally making a huge profit. This proved that we had improved our skills dramatically and had better knowledge and understanding of the investing world. Our outcomes were our overall portfolio return was negative 2.42%. Our portfolio value was $97,579. But there was an overall loss of $2,857. Unfortunately, our last profit of the Apple Stock Inc. couldn't bring us up to an overall profit. Our first two investments were risky and cost us a huge loss that drained our account.
Lessons learned. We learned that just because beta is less than 1 doesn't mean it will guarantee you a profit. Learned that you can't depend on luck for stock to make profit, and also communication is important within team members.